Greetings gamers, welcome to part 18 of our playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Let's see, what do I press again? There we go.
Oh, Snake! What is Snake? Who took this? Strangelove? Maybe when she rubbed that sunscreen on me. Oh, I'm trying not to remember it. But you know, despite her quirks, Dr. Strangelove is a good person. I wish you'd come and say hello. I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts. Could you let me rest?
So, I wanted to figure out exactly what allows you to have more conversations with pause. And, apparently some of those side ops, rescue the wandering mother base soldiers, which, I think I've done all the ones that are available to me. Apparently each of them give you, like, a different photo that you can use to have conversation with pause. I think this is the third one I've had, and I've done all 5 side ups, so I guess I could go back and have 2 more conversations. Let me just check and see if I can. It'd be pretty funny if it just let me do them back to back. Okay, so apparently I do have to, like, wait a bit before I can do the next one, even if I have 3 more stockpiled. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah. Let's call the helicopter.
Please select a mission.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, okay. Am I lagging? Am I freezing? The power of the song, "Take on Me," has frozen my game. No.
Please select a landing zone.
I'm also kind of worried that this music is going to trigger a copyright warning from YouTube, and it's not even my fault because I'm not picking this song. Literally, like, Quiet is listening to that music. There's a speaker system positioned directly over her cage, and earlier was playing like a rhythm song from The Phantom Pain, so that's not a problem. But oh, that'd be really unfortunate if that clip of "Take on Me" raises too many copyright flags. I'm gonna have to edit this video or reshoot it again. Either way, the quality is not gonna be as great. And when I say reshoot this video again, so I've actually done these 2 missions before, but I made too many mistakes, and it just becomes like a ponderously
Plant expansion complete.
boringly long video. So I felt compelled to
Please select a mission.
redo it.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
And I mean, I didn't record that conversation with pause before. That's new. Which means now I can't afford to screw this up. Oh man, I really hope I don't have to edit out that part of that song. Oh, copyright issues on YouTube. This is why I should have stuck to indie games instead of these big mainstream AAA titles. You know, I haven't used any damaging assault rifles in a while. I'm not even sure which one to take. Sure, why not? I do like both configurations. I don't think I was even using that stuff, so...
Deploying.
Now, the fact that I'm going in with lethal weapons from the get-go instead of stunning or sleeping weapons, that will let you already guess what I'm going to be encountering. Boss battles. Oh, one thing I should tell you, if you watched the previous episode,
Boss, make contact with the old man known as Code Talker. According to the intel team member you extracted, he knows what the epidemic is and how to treat it. You'll find him in a mansion deep in the valley beyond the forest. He's a high-value target who's probably involved with Cypher's research. This information came at a heavy price, and you can bet security on site is gonna be tight. Watch yourself out there, alright? Make contact with the target, Code Talker, and if the treatment requires it, extract him to Mother Base.
So one thing I should tell you is, the first time I did this mission, it's when the vocal cord parasites... Okay, maybe that's a minor spoiler now I think about it. They were like killing off...
Down there, boss.
They were killing off Mother Base personnel at a rather alarming rates.
Marker placed.
So even though I actually took like a really long time to finish the mission due to my own incompetence and unfamiliarity with, or lack of familiarity with the situation, yeah, I dropped several levels across all my teams on Mother Base. That was not cool.
You have arrived at your destination.
So ironically, even though I can take my leisure and loot these plants on the way,
You have arrived at your destination.
I'm actually less concerned.
You have arrived at your destination.
Even though I'm less concerned, this should be a shorter take than the first time I tried to do these two missions. Because I brought like all the wrong equipment. I tried to use rocket launchers for this next part, which turns out are not great in this battle. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing.
Marker placed.
I will turn to night vision in a bit, not just yet, save my eyes some strain, because night vision, as useful as it is, after a while at green and black, it just
No sign of the enemy.
gets my eyes.
Judging from security in the area, I'd expect to see a patrol by now.
No, I can't climb this? Really? Okay, fine.
Extraction arrived at Mother
Missed.
Base.
Have a bad feeling about this.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yep, it means what you expect it means. The skulls. I kind of feel like it's too obviously announcing your presence there, right? Thanks, Kojima. Zooming right in on the bosoms. I mean, they're not quite as deformed as the male skulls, but It certainly sacrificed a lot more than Quiet did. Totally looking like the board from Star Trek here.
Is that... Boss, it's the skulls. Damn it. So Cypher is behind this. Sniper, where are they?
Okay, well, that was fast. I didn't get a chance to,
You see that? The sniper vanished into thin air. Just like Quiet. If you can't mark them, there's no way to tell where they'll strike from next. Stay on your guard.
Oh, okay.
Good dog.
This seems like a weird time to be petting my dog. I could be using the non-lethal sniper rifle, but it takes just way too many shots, and there's like 4 of them. Oh, okay, there you are.
Marker placed.
I suppose if I were a steadier shot, I could attempt to hit them twice instead of just once before they relocate. But yeah, I tried doing this with like rocket launchers, which require a lock-on, which requires kind of being on open and close to them. It did not work out very well. Oh, wow. That's kind of cheating.
Marker placed. Marker
The
placed.
skull sniper. So they've been expecting us. We can still pull this off. Just do what you do best, boss.
Wait. Oh, that sounds like someone's trying to melee me. Yeah, I heard that blade being drawn. Yeah, that was an embarrassing way to go in my previous attempts. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Wow. I can't believe this tree is enough cover. My suppressor is going to wear out before this battle is over.
Marker placed.
Oh crap. Wow, I actually got that off. Oh, there's 4 of them, but they're not as talented as Quiet was. I wonder if this will actually work. Will they actually pay attention to the decoy? Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, that's funny. I almost forgot I had decoys. That probably would have been my previous attempts at this. Now it's terrible. I think the first time I recorded this episode, it took me like 4 attempts to do this. That was probably a sign I should just like restarted the recording right there. Oh, I thought I heard someone running up behind me. It was just the dog being silly. Oh, snap! I think the fourth one is kind of perched in an inconvenient spot for me. Plus I want to be close enough to some of these other skulls to maybe extract one. Apparently you can't hit them with more than one assault rifle round, regardless of, you can't keep shooting them while they're down. Oh, okay. Apparently this mist is not the same as that for the male skulls, so I'm actually allowed to extract them even before this battle's over. Okay. That means I can actually farm this mission for the parasites pretty easily. That should help me with my development.
Marker placed.
Oh.
Don't tell me you took them all out. That's incredible, boss. Our men can rest in peace now.
Okay. Apparently I'm not allowed to extract all 4 of them. Interesting. Oh, and that's just about when my batteries run out on my night vision. I know one of the optional tasks is eliminate or extract an armored vehicle somewhere in the valley, but I actually don't know where it is. I didn't find it the last time I did this mission.
You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed.
I wonder who would be better at spotting vehicles in this situation. D-Dog or Quiet?
Enemy presence detected. You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, you know what? I'm calling
Please
Quiet now.
select a deployment point. Dispatch requested.
Quiet's actually... I actually got her injured and she had to be evacuated when I tried to use her
Buddy,
on previous
departing
attempts against
area
that
of
boss battle.
operations.
So, as much as I love Quiet, she's not for every situation. And back to non-lethal weapons.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
I'm surprised it can land anything in vegetation this dense.
You have arrived at your destination. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
It's my customized assault rifle with stun grenade launcher, underbarrel attachment, and now I need to figure out how to get up to it. Just because there's a pot there, that doesn't mean I can actually get to it. Okay, there we go. So Quiet, did you find any armored vehicles? No?
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed.
I'm gonna do a quick circle, and if I can't find it, I'll just proceed on with this porting. Wow, this is a nightmare to navigate. You know what? Never mind.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
One of the reasons I did this re-reporting was to do it faster than my previous attempts, and if I waste so much time trying to find one vehicle, then that's no good. I probably should have.
Arrived at Metabase.
I pretty should have watched like a IGN or something tutorial for finding the vehicle in here.
They know about that battle just now.
Please.
You're right at the mansion. The target's close. Be sure to think this through.
Ooh.
Marker placed.
Well, I mean, at the very least, Digitalis Latea is so annoying to get. How am I supposed to get there without dying? Oh, okay. Of course I can just go around.
You have arrived at your destination.
What'd be super funny is if the armored vehicle were waiting here to ambush me, knowing that I can't resist the lure of a rare plant.
Please select a deployment point.
Okay. Legendary soldier, not so great at climbing.
You have arrived at your destination.
They're with the PF Zero Risk Security. Looks like they're already on guard. Why don't you try interrogating them? They might know the target's exact location.
Alright, there's actually enough lights on around here that I don't need to use night vision. Which means we can enjoy the actual graphics of this game. Great, helmet and shield? That's annoying. But no body armor.
Cover me.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
This is a lot easier fight here. Like I said, I couldn't bring her to this point because she was still recovering in sick bay.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Sun will rise momentarily.
Of course, part of this is going to be indoors, and why it's not necessarily fantastic indoors.
You gotta extract him.
I'm sure those will be useful at some point. Oh yeah, maybe we should have brought sleeping mines. I think this was one of the rare occasions when it was actually useful. And yeah, there's a reason why I'm not looting that turret just yet.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Man, I am burning through my drugs really quickly. That is the one bad thing.
Outpost captured.
It'd be sad if I had to call this the drop just because I needed more noctocyanine. Maybe I'm pronouncing that correctly, who knows?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Oh, if I even managed to get somewhere all the way out here.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I haven't really used the other two
You gotta
drugs,
extract him.
but I've been using a lot of Nocto. Because it helps cover for Quiet's one weakness, which is unlike D-Dog, she can't really get a lock on people who are not within her line of sight. I mean, combination of night vision and Nocto makes up for it.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Even though these guys aren't exactly wearing camo. Obviously after the next important part, they're going to send reinforcements even if I clear out everyone that's already here. Further and further down we go. This actually reminds me of the Fortnite Halloween event going on with a lot of expansive underground areas, crypts, which confuse me, and I frequently get lost in them. G-Dog would be there, but Quiet is not, because we're too much indoors. Cinnamon Frosted Flakes, really? Actually, they're probably pretty good, but I haven't tried them yet. I mean, I haven't had regular Frosted Flakes either.
I've been waiting, Tilisi. Or should I say, Bedachojale.
That's him. That's Code Talker.
Look familiar? It's infecting my men. How do we
Silence. Or death.
What do you...
It could be in here. Stay quiet. Your life depends on it. Sit. The parasite has infected your band. Those are its larvae. They enter the throat and attach themselves to the vocal cords. They mimic the host's membranes flawlessly. No one can tell the difference. Upon reaching maturity, they mate. Sustained exposure to a particular sound triggers copulation. The resulting larva then feast on the host lungs, killing it. The particular sound is words. They attack only those who speak a certain language, not just one. I cannot say which language your parasites are attuned to. But silence is the best way to keep them from laying their children. This contains an herb that they dislike. That should deafen them for a while. You have bought yourself some time. Speak.
Is there a cure?
Once symptoms manifest, larvae have already infested the alveoli. At which point, nothing can be done. There is a way to halt the onset, which would prevent infection.
I need your help.
He stole the ones I sealed away, forced me to do his terrible work.
Skullface.
Even a country like America sways in his wake. I could not defy him. The fate of Dine lies in his hands. However, perhaps the Nishia led you here. If my children have upset the Rojun of the world, it falls to me to set it right.
So, my understanding is Code Talker is probably...
You've secured the target, but he's too old to risk a Fulton extraction. Put Code Talker in the chopper and return to base.
He claims they are the dream of every ruler since the dawn of time. Teach them your enemies' words, then unleash them on his lands, destroying only those who speak his tongue. He calls them his ethnic cleansers.
Ethnic cleansers? That's what Skullface is after. In Zuya, Badiabulo was... Boss, he's gonna wipe every language besides English off the face of the earth.
Ironic, isn't it? They gave us language, and now they take it away. It is thanks to them that man first learned to speak. But now, the hands of the clock turn back. They've been warped by the hands of man.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Mission info has been updated.
Chipje, de Zuur 10. Die hulpbron is weg. Het bleek onze aandringen. Met de onderzoek. Oor. De CP, begrijp. Alles kies van een bespied omgeven. Vrijdag en eruit. Uit. Alles roepen. Dit is de CP. We zijn in noodgeval. De voorspan is uitgehaald. Door vreemde indringen. Alle eenheden. Maken die gebied af. Moet niet dat hij ontsnapt niet. Uit.
They know you took out the skulls. No sense rushing things now. Wait and see what their next move is.
CP, de stelte 6. Tekens van vijandige activiteit. Bescherm securiteit. Oor. De CP, begrijp. De securiteit verwacht. Uit.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Is you okay?
You're not seriously leaving him there.
CP, de Zuur 2. Ik heb het al exclusive papier.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alle eenheden. Verwacht in punt enige indringen. Uit.
target like that. You have to bring him back here. You're not seriously leaving him there.
Weather will clear shortly.
You gotta extract him. Don't endanger the target like that. You have to bring him back here.
Wow, right in the mouth. Anyway, for those of you who weren't quite paying
You're not
attention,
seriously leaving him there.
my understanding is that Code Talker's... He's definitely some kind of Native American, I think Navajo? I think in fact he's called Code Talker's reference to the people,
He's coming too. Roger that.
a special unit that helped provide an unbreakable code for the Americans in World War II.
Don't endanger the target like that. You have to bring him back here.
There we go. I think that's the first time one of these has actually been useful. And now that it's served its purpose, I'm taking it back with me.
Don't endanger the target like that. You have to bring him back here. You gotta extract him.
Oh wow, there's a lot of unconscious folk around here.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
While you guys are watching me on camera being semi-incompetent, Quiet is doing all the real work out here.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Oh, and if you watched the previous episode or two,
You gotta extract him.
I paid attention to who I was putting into quarantine. It was the Congo strain of the vocal cord parasite.
You're not seriously leaving him there.
I'm just making sure he doesn't get hit by stray fire.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Please select a landing zone. A support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Please select a deployment point.
You gotta extract him.
This is Pequot. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Enemy presence detected. The support helicopter has arrived.
Oh. This is a slightly weird incline, making it impossible for me to climb up.
Mission info has been updated.
Gaining altitude.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh, okay. Well,
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
oh, my Bond of T-Dog went down because I sent him back early. I guess he thinks I don't trust him. Well, it's not that I don't trust him, but I mean he has his uses and Quiet has hers.
We found the bodies of the 2 missing Intel team members in Lufwa Valley. We knew we wouldn't get them back alive, but still, it's a damn shame. Don't let their sacrifice go to waste, boss. We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base. That old man, Code Talker, he's the only hope we've got. Good. You captured it alive.
Frantic Iguana. That's a name.
Tell me how to fight it.
I hid the answer in a microbe this one carries. It turns the male parasites into females, preventing reproduction. One parasite infecting another. However, it doesn't affect only the parasite. It alters the host as well. Your infection will be contained, but you and your men will also be rendered infertile. That is the price you must pay to regain your speech.
That freak show back there. They the work of your children too?
A different strain from the vocal cord parasite, known as the one that covers. It acts as the host's skin, providing strength in exchange for nourishment. But I did not know those men were infected. They were forced to serve him, then steal my research. Have you seen one of their vehicles?
The yellow cake.
Captured a convoy they were escorting. Cargo's some kind of mineral.
What became of it? The metallic archaea?
Clouds ahead!
It's them.
Dun dun dun. It's nice to see that Quiet's actually included in the cutscene if she's in your party. But if she's not, then she's not, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, that ore they thought was malachite is actually metallic archaea.
Development project has been added.
Now, even the first time you do this, it gives you the option of only an A. I didn't get an S. Wow, I guess I have to do better. Even though, like, story-wise, you're supposed to bring it back to end infection, you can actually go off and do like side missions and not actually do the next story mission, which I think is hilarious.
Please select a mission.
Actually, I guess there are a bunch of soldiers I want to recruit afterwards, so... Alright, regular assault rifles, not that useful actually. But again, I don't really need to burn through, Have I even used this one yet? Yeah, I'll try using this one. I've never used it before.
Deploying.
Out ahead! It's them.
Man, bad luck with helicopters, right? I mean, look what happened at the end of Ground Zeroes.
Snake, can you hear me? Are you okay? Looks like you're surrounded by mist. The support chopper can't get close to your position right now.
So what's kind of amazing is our chopper pilot, Pequod, he's dead, right? And yet when he's the next chopper, the pilot will look and sound the same. I guess Pequod has a lot of brothers.
They are coming.
This music reminds me of Stranger Things. Season 2's out. Go watch it. After this video, of course.
We are their quarry.
So that misses their work. We won't be able to send in another chopper for now. Boss, you need to eliminate the skulls. You cannot lose code talker.
Oh snap, I'm about to die.
Enemy presence detected.
Oh, okay. I kind of forgot that that thing can explode.
Boss?
So that misses their work. We won't be able to send in another chopper for now. Boss, you need to eliminate the skulls. You cannot lose code talker.
Wow, I might die again. I'm actually doing worse than the first time I did this mission. I think probably because I'm like being too straightforward and confident since I have better weapons now. I'm using this excuse to be like lazy and not actually run as much as I should be. Okay. Apparently, there's an impact radius on that attack.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Wow, I got an S rank the first time I did this, but I may not this time.
So that misses their work. We won't be able to send in another chopper for now. Boss, you need to eliminate the skulls. We cannot lose code talker.
Uh-oh, that's going to explode.
Coast is clearing.
Copter.
Great work, boss. I'm coming in on another chopper. Get Code Talker to the LZ and wait there.
Alright, looks like I can only get 2.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
So I have to retry twice.
Squad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Maybe an A rank instead of S rank?
Roger that.
Squad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Oh man, there's like so much loot on the table, but I also want to just get this episode over with
Leave the rest to us.
so I can go back and off camera redo the previous stage and see if I can't find that armored vehicle I need for the side objective.
Enemy presence detected.
So,
The map has been updated.
even though I could like literally spend the next 20 minutes looting this entire base, I'll just do this quarter circle pass here. I'm not just looting for looting's sake. I actually need like all these materials because of building up my forward operating bases. Especially fuel. It feels like I can never get enough fuel resources.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gonna extract him?
Man, Nova Blanca Airport is just a great place to keep farming resources. Alright, I don't need the night vision anymore. So yeah. The other Pequot brother.
Get in, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Vampire Ox? Oh my.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Huh. Well, of course there's no reflex because, I mean, you start with a battle. Ooh, I lost money though because I did the mission too recently, so the award wasn't as high.
Skullface is no longer in Africa. The nuclear test was a success. Now they turned their knives on me.
Satellites didn't read any test. Neither did seismometers.
The detonation test took place 5 years ago in the southern Indian Ocean. The final test was the opposite, to prevent detonation.
You mean?
Skullface plans to sell nuclear weapons that he retains control of.
It's not like hawking small arms to militias.
Indeed. He plans to avoid detection by exporting minerals containing tiny amounts of uranium in the form of metallic archaea. Once on site, the metallic archaea enrich the uranium and weaponize it. Loaded onto all-terrain bipedal machines, They ensure any country, armed group, even the smallest terrorist cell, can become a nuclear power.
Bipedal. So that's why they needed Huey.
A nuke business to replace the arms business. And Skullface owns the market.
The very atmosphere of nukes, anywhere and everywhere. Deterrence on all sides.
So that's why he ran a non-detonation test.
Yes. Another metallic archaea instantly overrides the criticality generator. It fails safe only he controls. Any such weapon can be deactivated whenever he chooses, regardless of who owns it or their intent to use it.
Nukes. Controlled by a man, not a country.
If they proliferate, conventional nukes lose all value. Political, military, and economic. The two superpowers become powerless.
We need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base.
About the pathogen spreading through Mother Base, what's your opinion?
Textbook symptoms of vocal cord parasite infestation. And judging from this casualty list, it is the Kikango strain. Meaning, a breed of parasite that triggers symptoms upon detecting pronunciation specific to Kikango.
So how do we keep them from becoming symptomatic?
Use this. A type of Wolbachia, introduced to a sample of the parasite. A parasitic bacteria that colonizes the parasites, turning male to female and preventing copulation. We must cultivate more.
Return to base.
Thanks to Code Talker, we've managed to put a stop to any new vocal cord parasite infections. We couldn't save those already symptomatic, but everyone who survived has been released from the quarantine platform. Skullface will pay for this.
Look at that zooming on their facial hair. Hair in general's gotta be like really tricky to render properly in 3D, right? So many polygons, so much processing power for, if you really think about it, just like one minor component of a character's appearance.
Again with the truth serum?
What are those legs made of?
I mean, think about it, there's probably as many
Titanium.
polygons in each character's
All
hair
the way to the femur.
as like their entire clothing, right?
Metallic archaea.
Sahelanthropus. Where is it?
What?
We have to know before his plan is complete. Sahelanthropus is the final piece.
What are you talking about?
If the Soviets break out a mobile, controllable nuclear weapon, East-West relations will be right back at the Cuban Missile Crisis.
The Cold War returns to life, as countries without nuclear arsenals line up for what Skullface is selling. Nuclear weapons proliferate overnight, and on the brink of annihilation, the world maintains its balance.
But we know this is all just a shield.
A ruse. The cleansing parasites are what matter most. A WMD to eclipse even nukes, and the only one that can still be used. Skullface is the world's greatest threat, and Zero's. The pieces are in place. All that remains is to unveil Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan.
They can't activate it without me. Okay, B-Zero. Sahelanthropus is beyond the Soviet base camp, in a lab built by the Soviet philosophers. That's what you're looking for. But I have no idea how he's controlling it. It wasn't designed to accommodate a human pilot.
I mean, I suppose this is more elegant than the electric torture that Ocelot uses in Metal Gear Solid 1. Those spurs cannot be practical in actual battlefield conditions.
No! No! Wait!
That's kind of messed up.
We got word from Afghanistan. Everyone at the Soviet base camp's dead. No sign of fighting. Parasites. Skullface's men then headed north. The target is OKB-0. That's where he'll activate Sahelanthropus. Unless we stop him, he'll go down in history a conquering victor. We can't let that happen. Wipe him out. Don't leave any trace of his existence.
I'm gonna need backup on this one.
You'll rendezvous on site.
Dun dun dun. How long have I been at this? I feel like I have enough time to maybe visit Pause one more time. Or actually, before that. So, at this point, I got a message. Well, the first time I did this recording. Oh, that's right. Let's check on this. Never-ending quest to get more materials for development.
Please select a mission.
How much time do I have left on? 56 minutes. Okay. Ooh, Haoma.
Unit dispatched.
Another important challenge.
Please select a landing zone.
So yeah, Eli or Liquid Snake wants another another sparring session. Ooh, it's a diamond up there. Oh, okay. I wanted a diamond, but Eli's all ready to tussle. Okay, I will deal with you first, then collect that diamond. Oh, this is actually more annoying than the first time I fought him because the setup here is better for him. Wow, this is getting annoying. Did he have this many flashbangs the first time I fought him? Alright. Having him marked makes things... Oh. Alright, go to sleep, buddy. Honestly, I should have... I wish I had brought the rubber bullet machine gun. That would have been good for this. I mean, Grant, this is my first time doing this, so I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I knew it would be similar to the first time I fought him, but I wish I'd had the chance to change my equipment first. Because I can't use my lethal weapons on him, he's still a kid, right? Ooh. Diamond. Yes, even in the middle of a boss battle, I have time to pick up some loot. I don't know where you are, but when I find you, I've got a little treat for you. Okay. That's right, Liquid. You go sulk. It's a quarter century too early for you to be a threat. Or maybe, I don't know.
Has that brat finally accepted that he lost? Hopefully now he'll be a bit more obedient.
Base development project has been added.
Wait, ooh, did he say petrol bomb? Did fighting him allow me to develop a new
Please
weapon?
specify a project.
Extract children? Yes, please. This will make going back to S rank those missions easier. And that too. Petrol bomb. Nice. Okay, that is what I'm talking about. I guess the last thing we can do for this episode is, wow, it is... That is a long drive to go see Paz. I'll do the beginning of the next episode. Anyway, this has been part 18 of our playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. If you liked this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. I'm LotusCrane, signing off.